welcome back to my Flosstube. I believe this is number 14 or 15. My name is Witchcraft and here I talk about cross stitch mainly and a little bit of other crafts. Thank you for coming back. I know it's been a couple of weeks wait this time around, and thank you for my new subscribers as well. It's really nice to be still getting some new ones, so I'm really chuffed with that. Hello all, I hope you're all well. The reason why I have taken so long is I was a bit poorly for the first week, so I had no stitching done for a week where I'd come down with a bit of a flu bug. Luckily it wasn't COVID, but it was quite bad, so I was not stitching or reading or anything. It was quite rubbish, but better now, thank you. And I had my birthday as well last Friday, which was really exciting, and got thoroughly spoiled. I went to work, saw my work friends, and then I went and saw my family in the evening, and I was really lucky that I was able to have them indoors, so that was really nice. And I got some lovely bits. One of the things I got, my son's bought me a ring light and a tripod for my Flosstube videos, so I feel like I'm looking very shiny there. I'm hoping that this gets you to see me a bit better, and I'll play around with it a bit more. But it's really cool that I've got this, and it's a sturdy stand. I'm not using the cat tower anymore. Socks will be happy to know. So yeah, I'm trying that out. I am in the middle of changing bedrooms around, which is hence the mess in the background. Apologies. My daughter bizarrely wants to swap rooms with me. She's got the smallest room. She's got the biggest room. I've got the smallest room, and she wants to swap. So yay, I get a craft core now. So I'm in the middle of doing that, and so all my equipment and things are upstairs in that room. So it's all, I'm a bit busy with all of that, which is another reason why the Flosstube is taking a little bit long. Because of that as well, I'm a bit, how do I say, higgledy piggledy with my cross stitch at the moment. I haven't caught up with any of my challenges. I've just been stitching what I want when I want, and which has been great, and that's what I needed, because like I said, I've been poorly, I've been busy, and so I've just picked up what I wanted when I wanted. So I've got different ones to show you today. It won't be, you know, this is because of this challenge or that challenge. It's just what I've picked up and what I fancied. So hopefully you'll like to see it. There are some new starts, of course. So we will get cracking with that. The first one I want to show you is I've worked a little bit on Amy Stewart's Animal Kingdom. Is that called? Yeah, Animal Kingdom, the bookshelf one. I will get you that up on my Kindle to show you a picture of it. So I've only worked a small bit on it, but there is a bit of progress, which is good. And then it just takes forever, and you just look at me looking at my Kindle. So this one I'm doing on 25 count, 10th stitch, 2 threads. So that's half a cross stitch, 2 thread, and this is what it will look like when it's done. So hopefully no glare, ring light glare now. So that's the Animal Kingdom one, and I'm starting in this top left hand corner here, just in front of the elephant, and this is where I'm at with it now. So you can actually see the gorilla forming now, which is quite nice. And I've got this orange book done in the background. So I'm pleased it's coming along. It's very confetti heavy, but it's a really nice one to work on. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And I haven't done a huge amount in it, but I have put some in there. So I wanted to show you what I've done on that. So that's that one. I have worked a little bit on Pandemic by Long Dog, which again is on a 25 count, and it is 1 full cross. So this is what Pandemic will look like when it's done. If my Kindle will load up. So that's that one, which is very busy. And again, I've used a form of changing the colours and just going with what I feel. So that's that one now. So I've almost finished this corner. I've just got to fill in the red hearts, and that corner's done. And I have come in, filled this bit in. I'm doing like a light, so it was like a lilac-y purple colour in there, and the orange down there. So that's how that's coming along. This is on that shimmery fabric. But yeah, pleased with how that's coming along. And then I'm going to go, I think, yellow here. So I think I'll have the light purpley blue colour there. And then this area might be yellows when I get to that part. So that's that one. I have put a few stitches in my new normal, which is another long dog. Only a small amount I picked up the other day and decided to work on a slightly different area than I was working on. So I thought I'll show you that just to show you where I'm at with it now and what I'm working on. But my Kindle's being super slow. So this is new normal. Apologies for the glare. There we are. Oh, then my lights just turned off, so I'll turn that back on. There we go. And let's just get that light back on. Yay! So this is where I'm at with new normal now. So I was working on this corner here and going down there, but I've come over to this side and just worked a bit on there. There's a bit of a bird there and the next part of a bubble. Just fancy switching sides over really, and I thought actually this one's nearer to the corner, so I might get that down to the corner. Just get that, sorry. There we go. So that's how that one's coming along. Really pleased with that still. This one is on 18 count and it is 1/1 full cross, so it's just one thread full cross. So that's that progress. Now, as for new starts, I think whilst I was poorly maybe, or towards the end, I was speaking to my friend Marcia, and she said she really fancied a new start, and she was looking at Uriel, I think you call her, which is Medusa's sister. So on unconventional cross stitch, I have said that I'm doing a sale in January with Hannah Dowling, and we're doing the Medusa one, but I've also bought Soma. Anyway, so we were talking about that together, and I said, oh, I've got Soma, fancy starting them together so she can do the Medusa sister and I'll do Soma. She was like, yeah, go on then. So we literally like went on our phone straight after that and was ordering all the bits we needed. So I will just remind you what Soma looks like. So we started that recently. Let's have a look. So this is what that one will look like when it's done. So it's all very detailed, all kind of like grayscale sepia colours, and I am doing the background for it. So there isn't anything to really see, it's like a background, but we've started out, I'm doing it on 25 count, 2 threads, half cross stitch, so 10th stitch, and that's my progress with it. So there's about 2,000 stitches there, but it is all just background. So it's just greys and pinks and beiges and lots of white and things, but I think butterflies come in maybe here and here, so if I crack on I can get to that bit. But yeah, I've got a little bit of a start on there, and she's done really well with hers as well. And where it's similar, there's the same artist, but her background is, I think because her lady is coming from that side, it's all part of her lady, so she's got some greens and greys and things, so it's nice to see some difference. But it was really nice. We've done a Zoom and we started together and it was really, really good fun. So we've done that. And then I had another Zoom with Christy from Christy Corners Needlework. I had spoke about in my last video that I wanted to try out embroidery, and I showed my kits and I said that I really would like to try. So she said, well, she does embroidery, I can give her a call and she can help me out with any stitches that I'm not too sure on. So we done a Zoom chat and I worked on it there. And most of it I knew, but she gave me some really good tips about how to fill in. So I'll show you where I've got with it, and then I can explain a bit more. But this is my embroidery, and I absolutely love the bear. He's just the most super cutest thing ever. And I'm nearly done. I've just got to finish off all the leaves and everything, and then I'm done. So I was going to wait until I could say, yeah, I've got an FFO, but I wasn't quite there, and I wanted to crack on and catch up with you all. So here we are. But Christy gave me really good tips on how to fill in the bear so there was no gaps, and it's just a case of doing like a short stitch and a long stitch and then doing the opposite back to kind of fill in the gaps. I hope that makes sense, but there are obviously tutorials online, but I'm really pleased with how he's coming along, and I really did enjoy it. Embroidery is a lot different than cross stitch. It's, in a sense, some of it's easier, but I find that it's quicker, but I don't feel like I can spend as much time on an embroidery than I can on cross stitch. I could spend a couple of hours easily just sitting away, more than that, cross stitching, but after say an hour and a half of this, I'm kind of ready to put it down, or even an hour of it, say. So that's the difference, but I may get quicker and better as I practice with it, because I want to do some more, and I'd like to do my own ones as well. So that's how that's coming along. I then also decided to try out dyeing fabric. So I was like, I've got some spare fabric and I've got hair dye. Look at you all just going, no, she didn't. But I did. I got my purple hair dye, which is a semi-permanent hair dye, and I wanted a blue fabric, and I knew that purple wouldn't take so quite dark. So I dyed some fabric. I'm just going to show you a bit of it because I'm going to show you what's on there. Blue. And this is the colour it came out. So it is patchy. It's my first time colouring thingy, but it's like a sky blue colour, I would say. And I just soaked it in hair dye and water for not even that long, to be fair, probably 10 minutes. And then I gave it a cold rinse out until the water ran clear, and it came out fine. So I'm quite happy with it. I mean, there's blotchy bits as whatever, but I dyed some fabric. You all just, I know everyone's gonna be like, you don't use hair dye to dye fabric, but I did, and I'm happy with how it came out. And then so for ages, I really liked this Barbara Anna design called Light, which is a fox holding a light. I can't find a picture of it, so I will get one for next Flosstube. But it's a free pattern. I didn't realise it was a free pattern. For ages I've been looking at it thinking I want to do that one day, and then I realised it was absolutely free. So if you go on Barbara Anna Designs Instagram account, there's a link in her bio, and there's one called The Key and one called Light, which are absolutely free patterns, and they're gorgeous. The key is, I think, like a geese or a duck or something holding a key, and then you've got the fox one. So I will find, like I say, the pattern, but this is as far as I've got with that. So this is part of the border, and this is the fox's skirt. And yeah, I'm happy with how that's coming along. It's a small one, and again, it would have been nice to have it fully finished for you, but it's just things are quite busy at the moment. So I'd rather catch up with you all and get this Flosstube up quicker than wait until I've got the FFOs. So yeah, I don't think that's going to look too bad on that fabric. Yeah, there's blotchy bits, but it's homemade. It's my first dye, and it's a free pattern that I love, and I think I'm going to love it. So I'm looking forward to having it done and then figuring out how to frame it. Some people make cushions. I could just frame it normally. I could put it in a hoop. I'm not sure yet. So really pleased with that. And also Christy's Corner, Christy sent me a lovely needle minder. Did I show it? Yeah, so she sent me one of her needle minders, which is, take the needle off here, which has got her logo on. Basically, she was showing it in her Flosstube, and I messaged her and said, oh, can I buy one from you? And she was like, don't be silly, I'll send you one. I was like, well, you don't have to send it, but she did. She was just so lovely. And she also sent me some silk thread, which I've never used before, and I'm going to use the silk thread on this. So there's some like silvery that I'm going to put in stars, which I think would be really nice. So that was really nice for her. She also gave me a ring drop holder for my threads, which I'm using here. This is for my Soma, so I've put some of the colours in there, and that was just really sweet of her. So she's lovely. Yeah, so I've done that. That's those two, and then there is one last thing that I have to announce to you all. So Hannah Halloween. I love Hannah Halloween so much, but I don't love how big she's going to be. And I then decided to start her again on 25 count. I had enough of the sparkly fabric, so that is what I've done, and I don't regret it. I'd done about 10% on it before, so I know I had got a big chunk done, but I'm really happy that I've started again. I've started in a different area, and yeah, I know like a lot of people say, well, you're starting again, but I don't regret it. I feel like it will be better in this smaller count, and it's just, yeah, it's going to be better all around. So I will show you how this is what Halloween will look like when done. And so before I had done most of this pumpkin, a bit of the little one. I've now started up at this top right corner where the straw and the apple is. And that is where I'm at with that. So I think the straw looks absolutely fabulous. There goes my light again. Apologies. It's because I've plugged it into my TV for the USB stick, not thinking that after a while my TV will actually turn itself off. So I need to figure that out next time. But yeah, I think the straw looks really, really good. And then there's the top of the apple, and then there's another little pumpkin bit there. So I'm really pleased that I've started again, and I think it's going to look fab. So just carrying on with that. Yes, I'm crazy starting again, but no, I'm not. I'm so pleased. Looking at it, I'm just so pleased I have. And I just think it will look so much better on the smaller one. So that is what I've got done in a week, because I wanted to try and catch up. But it means that I haven't worked on any of my challenges. I need to catch up with everything like that. Like I've got the bookshelf challenge. I don't think I'm going to get that done by the end of this week, because I think I've got quite a few thousand stitches to do. But I know that you can roll them over. And it's just what I needed right now with just the way my weeks have gone. It's just nice to be able to kind of pick and choose what I wanted to do. And I'm loving all my bits that I've done, and I'm really pleased with all my progress that I've managed to get done in this week. And I hope you are too, because yeah, I hate to think that you'd be, oh, you know, what's she doing? Because it does seem a bit like that. But I think now I'm starting to, well, I'm feeling better. I just need to crack on and do my bits around the house and get all that sorted, get my craft area set up properly, and then I can have my evenings free to just sit and relax. I also have my birthday sale that I was starting, which is Amy Stewart, the Stitching Time, which is all the Stitchy ladies and books. Now, a lovely lady, Leah, she has started it. We were supposed to start together this weekend, and I was waiting to hear back from her. Forgot to check my emails, and she had got back and she started, and she's done a great start. So I need to get cracking on that, and hopefully we can get together at the weekend or something and discuss what we've done or something along those lines. But yeah, that's my another new start that I've got. And then I've decided no more new starts. I know that I'm going to say this and you'll say, yeah, we'll see next week, but really no new starts. I'm loving it. I've got so many lovely projects and I'm enjoying them all. So I'm just going to continue with that. And the fact that I really enjoy the embroidery as well, I can do a bit of that. I've got my crochet on the go as well with my crochet blanket. So I've got lots to keep me busy. Work's busy, life's busy, everybody's busy, aren't they, at the moment? So yeah, nothing other than normal. But it is really nice to be back, and I hope you've all really enjoyed seeing what I've been doing and understand why I've been away. So I will try and post again sooner, but again, if I don't, it is just because I'm doing things at home and I want to be able to have enough to show you all and kind of talk through with you. I'm also behind on watching all the Flosstubers, so I need to catch up with that. I know this lovely lady, Lisa S. Stitcher, she's called me out, so if anyone's come from her, thank you, Lisa, for doing that. I need to just catch up. I've been watching, I did watch Solar Punk Stitches or something along that lines. She's great. She does some fantastic patterns, and she's also doing sewing and knitting and things, so do watch her. And yeah, there's just so many great people out there, and I really do need to catch up with everything. I feel like I've been a bit away and I just want to get it back into it. I know it's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like longer. I missed my stitchy time with the ladies, only because my birthday was my choice, because I was doing birthday things. So I'm looking forward to the next one with them to catch up with all of the ladies and see how they're doing. And yeah, I just really hope that this video has been okay for you today, because it's been a bit, like I say, higgledy piggledy, as I like to say. But I hope you stayed for it and watched and enjoyed it. And I hope you are all well and you take care, and I will speak to you again soon. Thank you. Bye.